How's it going, nerds? Good to see you. I have been informed that there is a new City Skylines DLC which has a trailer. So I thought in this video we could sit down, go through the trailer, break it down a little bit, and see what exactly is going on in here. It is City Skylines Sunset Harbor. It is coming to PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One all at the same time. And ever since this trailer went out yesterday, I have had people tweeting me. I've had people on Discord. I've had people DMing me. I've had people in the live stream chat. They're like, yo, what do you think of City Skylines Sunset Harbor? So let's take a look at it. Let's have a look at the trailer first, and then we'll deep dive and we'll see what we can see in here.
Serving up the latest news.
Thanks for tuning in.
I like the music.
There are ribbon cutting and groundbreaking events happening all across the city.
Down at the harbor, docks are receiving record hauls of fish, which are being sent to markets far and
I don't need more traffic, I'm not gonna lie. I like that scene transition though, that was really cool.
Ever before, with major improvements in public transportation.
Whoa.
Intercity buses are improving connectivity between states.
And our local communities are now being served by the introduction of trolley buses.
If all that wasn't enough, wait until you ride the overground metro, giving citizens an unrestricted view as they zip through the city.
It's the perfect way to reach the expanded network of healthcare facilities.
High flyers are taking to the skies with a new passenger helicopter service.
They're sharing airspace with the new aviation club, drawing light aircraft enthusiasts from across the city.
Finally, in transport, new hubs are popping up everywhere, allowing citizens to seamlessly transition between transport options.
Local utilities are also getting a boost with new waste management and water treatment initiatives.
It's a real step forward.
With all these latest improvements, the city is evolving into an even more extraordinary place.
As ever, we're delighted to welcome you home
to Sunset Harbor. This has been Coast to Coast Radio, signing out.
There's a lot to digest in there. City Skylines, Sunset Harbor, like I said, PlayStation, PC, Xbox, all at the same time. I'm kind of curious here. There's a lot to deep dive on. So let's just get right to it. Let's go straight into the start of this video, where you immediately get this shot here of what looks like a little fishing boat. So probably the new fishing industry, which, I mean, let me flick through to the point where it says fishing industry. So I am not gonna lie, I'm not really keen on another industry. I personally, it's cool. Like, it's more stuff for you guys to do and everyone to play with. I am bad at traffic management, so I see new fishing industry, I think, oh, that's gonna be more trucks. So it's whatever. I will play with it and I will absolutely have fun with it. And there's a really cool thing later in the video to do with fishing. Let's see if I can find it here. It was here. So this bit, like, I guess is more of the fishing industry. So if we look in the left up here, you've got conditions optimal for anchovy, salmon, shellfish, and tuna. So there's, like, in this water here, a lot of space for anchovies, a little bit for salmon around the island out there, a lot of space for shellfish, and then tuna, I assume, is like way off towards the bottom of the screen. That's kind of cool that you build out the fishing lines and all that to go to specific areas. I assume, like, anchovies maybe sell for less than salmon, which is less than shellfish, which is maybe less than tuna. I am just not too keen on more industry. That's personal. That's a personal preference. It's not a bad thing. It's not for me. So this is really cool. This is one of the new hubs that's in this, and it's quite clearly a bus and metro hub. And obviously metro is getting a massive overhaul in this update as well. A metro bus hub is a huge deal, and it has two stations on it, or two platforms, or two escalators, two sets of escalators. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. I love this. I love that it's a thing. And I love that the metro stations are, like, covered. I love that they're not just the base game metro stations. Those are really, really cool to look at. Oh, also, new bus right there. That's a coach looking bus. So I'm assuming, I think the trailer mentions that there's like long haul buses or something like that.
Intercity buses are improving connectivity.
Yeah, so intercity buses are improving connectivity. And then we come into something that I'm a little wary of, is the trolley buses. I don't know why. I don't know where I'm going to use them. I'm not going to lie. They're cool, and it's awesome that they, you know, they're a real thing. They do exist. I just don't know where I would use them personally, because I without knowing the details, we need to know, like, how much do they cost? Is it cheaper to do trolley buses than normal buses? Is this like a budget thing? Do they carry more people? Are they more energy efficient? Are they better for the environment? Less pollution? I would assume it'll be stuff like that. I assume it'll be that level of detail that you go into to really get the benefits of these things. They're cool, they have charm, and I imagine they'll really make some, like, specific cities look awesome. I just personally don't know where I would use them, because I don't know. I like them though. They're cool looking. I just don't know where I'd use them. Kind of similar to fishing. I don't know. Traffic is like, I'm really anxious about traffic in City Skylines. I'm really paranoid about it because I'm really bad at it. So this right here, this metro update is awesome. And we can actually have a little look at the toolbar down at the bottom of the screen, which looks like it has your regular buses and then trolley buses, then trams, then your metro is in here, which now has your standard stations, and it looks like it has a couple of above ground stations, as well as the loops, and the tracks have a different icon now, which is pretty cool. And then we have this done at the end of the line as well, right at the end of that taskbar. I don't know what that is, but that's kind of cool looking. I love this, honestly. The Metro Overhaul mod is awesome, and the developers have already confirmed that the developers of the mod have confirmed that it's going to still exist after Sunset Harbor goes out. So I like this though. I love the idea of above ground metro. It's something that's been modded into City Skylines for a long time. It's something that I think people have wanted for a long time. I think especially the console players are going to adore this because they don't have access to Metro Overhaul mod. So bringing the metro above ground is really, really cool, honestly. With my recent Let's Play in Dorchester, my favorite thing is having all of the monorails above ground and the trains and all that stuff. I love seeing it cut through the city, so being able to do that with the metro, so excited. The passenger helicopters are a weird shout. It'll be really cool for people that are like recreating New York, and I mean, I'm all for a bit more air traffic around my cities. And especially for like building airports, it'll be really cool to have helicopters coming and going. They've got to be expensive, right? Like they've got to be really expensive or something like that. It's a cool idea, and it'd be really interesting to have a city that's like where the main form of public transport is helicopter. That's an awesome idea. I have no idea where I would use those either. I guess just when I feel like it. I guess I'm probably overanalyzing here. You know, maybe it is just a case of like, do you feel like using helicopters in your city? Go ahead. Same with the planes here. Like, do you feel like using a little airfield? Go ahead, because this would be interesting, right? It mentions, I think, that you can attract like aviation fans or something like that.
The new aviation club, drawing light aircraft enthusiasts from across the city.
Yeah, so light aircraft enthusiasts. It would be really cool if it was like you can do multiple airfields and have like a local like network of planes going around the city. I don't know how realistic that is, but at the minute, aircraft only come into your city from outside the map and then go back out. So having planes that like take off from like this side of your city, do a little loop around and then land over here, that would be really cool. Again, adding to like the aircraft going about everything. Also, thinking about the helicopters, I want someone to make Avengers Tower with a helipad on top of it that the helicopters actually land on, because that would be awesome. I'm just saying. Transport hubs in general, I love. I love building them myself. I love, you know, building any kind of transport hub, whether it's, you know, metro stations near each other with a monorail or buses nearby. But this looks like a bus terminal with the word metro on the side there. I'm assuming buses go in and then, you know, the people transfer inside of this thing. So that looks like one bus metro hub. That's another bus metro hub that I love the look of. And then this one is, I don't know what this one is, buses and metro again, maybe it's all bus and metro hubs or something like that. Maybe there are intercity buses and stuff like that as well. I just realized though, oh, intercity buses. Does that mean that you're going to have buses coming in the way you have, ooh, does that mean if you put down a hub, you'll have buses coming in the way you have regional trains coming in? Because that would be really cool. So water treatment and waste management. I am curious about that. I'm really curious about that. I don't know what that means. I have not the slightest idea. We can definitely see some water treatment facilities in the background. We can see what looks like a new type of garbage truck as well. This on the left, I don't really know, but we can see it's all connected, right? You've got little points over here where the pipes are connected. So I'm assuming that the water treatment is going to be like, hey, are you fed up with dumping sewage into the water and having no other choice? I assume this is a way you can actually clean the water and maybe recycle it. So sewage can be cleaned and then you don't pollute the environment anymore. I don't really know. Again, you know, specific details will come out. I'm just sort of I've got my theory here. But I like the idea of that. I like the idea of, like, you know, not just dumping raw sewage into the water anymore. I mean, at the start of a city, you'll have to do that, but, and then we're back to this, which we've already seen. Again, putting the lines in there for the old fishing industry, which again, you can see it just goes out to that area. And you got little fisheries off the coast as well. All those little boats out there. I think that is going to look cool, having boats going up and down the river. I don't really see anything new here. That looks like it could be a new tower in the background, though. Actually, some of these buildings in the background do look kind of new. I might just have never seen them before, but some of the buildings, so I think we might be getting some new stuff there with this pack. New cargo ship there as well. I think that was new. I want to say that cargo ship looks a bit different on the right side there, but I might be wrong. These hubs are going to be amazing. That's going to be my favorite thing. That's a hub that we actually didn't see as well. That is a metro train hub. That's one that wasn't shown earlier. So that's going to be huge. And it looks like people will go across the bridge to get over there as well. So that is a big deal. That is a really big deal. That's going to be absolutely awesome. Being able to directly go from a train to a metro, that's going to be fantastic for city development. Anything new in here that I can see? Not really. Just a bunch of helicopters hovering, which is whatever. It's basically mass transit 2.0. It's mass transit 2.0, right? I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's basically mass transit 2.0 with a little bit of industries 2.0 sprinkled on there. The name Sunset Harbor is, I would love to know where that came from, because that's a really strange name for this, considering like maybe they're doing scenarios in this DLC that are all focused on the same map, and that map happens to be Sunset Harbor, but I would love to know where that name came from. Either way, I would love to know as well what you guys think about this DLC. What do you think about the trailer? What do you think about the stuff you've seen in it? What theories do you have? And also, pay attention to the City Skylines Twitter, because in the run-up to release of this, they are going to be talking about almost everything I've theorized on there. So, you know, the way the hubs work, the way this, that, and the other works, all that stuff. They are going to be talking about it. But I wanted to get in before they do that to put my theories out there so that I can basically play City Skylines bingo and see if I'm right. So we'll see what happens. I would love to know what you guys think. Are you excited for it? You know, what are you most excited for? What are you least excited for? Let's get some conversation going in the description below. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, though. It's been my absolute pleasure. I will absolutely be playing this on the channel when it comes out. So stay tuned for that. And thank you very much for watching. It's been my absolute pleasure, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.